1, 2, 3.
Welcome.
Yeah, where's Tammy?
Let's get on with
Let's
the
do
show.
it. Let's go. Hi, everybody. Thank you for the fart noise right before this started. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mixed Cocktail Hour. I am Scott Cushman, and Tammy is out tonight so that we could make space for a very, very special guest. Tonight, we have the founder, CEO. He's not only a member, he is the champion of this. How does that thing go? He's not only is he the CEO, he's also a member of the Disney Drinking Society. This is Dave Strickland. Dave, welcome to the bar, buddy.
Hey, it's a pleasure to be here. I've seen the show enough times,
Yeah.
and this is a dream come true. This is actually the first time I've been on this side of a bar instead of that side of a bar, so this is going to be a real experience.
This is the only
first time I've been behind
great.
a bar, so. Yeah.
So he is the head of the Disney Drinking Society, which is a technically a Disney street gang. We'll get into that here in just a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have been you and I met many, many years ago.
Pre-pandemic, for sure.
Pre-pandemic, you were coming to my live classes.
Yep, at the association.
Yes, it's safe to say we fell in love.
That is
safe
definitely
to say that
yeah.
we
My
fell-
wife was a little jealous,
Yeah,
but
we fell right in love, and I've been following him. He's been following me for a long time, so we're very excited to be able to get this going. Today, we invited you on for a pretty specific reason.
Christmas cocktail.
Christmas cocktails, yes. We're going to be doing, this is Santa Claus' younger brother. This is Saint Nick. We're going to be doing Disney cocktails today.
Yeah, we are.
I have created 2 different Disney cocktails based on my very favorite things that go along with Disney. You have brought your own, which is actually the birth of the Disney Drinking Society.
Yeah, I brought a cocktail from Cove Bar in California Adventure, where the Disney Drinking Society was born, made by a bartender named Windsor Swink.
What's up, Windsor?
And, yeah, what's up, Windsor? Hopefully you're watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the birth of where it all began. For
Great.
us, so.
Well, why don't I start with one? But first, let me say hello to all of my people. Dixie Vasquez, what is up, Dixie?
Dixie.
We got Katie Hamblin hanging out, a good friend.
Hamblin House.
Hamblin House. We got Matt Daddy. We have Catherine H. Kyle Tender. Very upset that Tammy's not here. Really, do you have to use those kind of words there, buddy? Not very nice. Keith Austin in the house. Becca hitting it hard. Tammy Harrison is in the house. If you guys have any questions
Tam Tam.
for Tam Tam, now's a good time to ask. Susan Pankow Banner and one of my favorite people, Jay Carter, the party starter, is hanging out. Let's start making drinks.
Let's make
I
some
feel
drinks.
like you and I are we could talk all day.
We could.
We could drink all day too. So
So
let's do that
let's
one.
do, yeah.
What's your favorite ride in Disneyland?
The World's Famous Jungle Cruise, followed
Okay.
by the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the
obviously.
Caribbean. Oh, good. I'm glad we did not talk about that beforehand. Yes, my favorite ride is of course the Pirates of the Caribbean. As a tiki enthusiast and self-proclaimed pirate myself, yes, and Q and ST. Of course, that has always been sort of a fantasy of mine, is to get off the boat and go live amongst the pirates.
You wanted to live there as well.
Yes.
That's my dream as
That's
well
all
too.
I've ever
yeah,
wanted.
For
That's
sure,
all I've
for
ever
sure.
wanted.
I think
So-
everyone's dream was that.
Yeah, I mean, it smells so nice. The pirates seem like they'd be a lot of fun. Jails to sleep in, beds to sleep in. So I have created a cocktail tonight that is called Abandon All Hope. That is how you know that ride has started. When the little
That skull at the beginning.
little skull at the
Yep.
beginning. Abandon all hope, ye who do whatever. Enter here.
Did you do the voice for that? Because that was pretty dead on.
I'm very talented. You want to hear my Tammy?
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Oh, I'm Tammy Harrison. Hey, it's me. Let me sing for you. La la la. Love you, Tammy.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. So good. Love you, Tammy. All right, let's begin to build this one. We are, of course, going to be splitting our base into shreds. We are going to be taking a lot of different rums. So we're going to start off. Oh, gotta face this way when I talk. We're going to start off over here by grabbing a white rum. Not that one. Throw that one away. We're going to be starting over here with a white rum.
There it is. Found it.
the producers drink a little bit before the show, so my rum goes missing every once in a while. 3/4 of an ounce of a... That was the
peanut gallery
death knell of one of my producers as he was drinking himself into oblivion. 3/4 of an ounce of a nice, easy white rum. Simple, to the point, to the to the drink. Next thing is going to be this guy, just an aged rum. Something that spent a little time in the barrel.
Hence the darker color.
Hence the darker color. This is Mont Gay. This is actually the oldest distillery, still active distillery in the entire world. This Mont Gay is. Kind of interesting stuff. Let's hit that with how much?
3/4.
Perfect.
All right.
You don't have to know this. Sometimes I just,
I'm winging it.
Yeah, you're nailing it so far, buddy. Yeah, you're nailing it so far. Next thing we want to do is put in I can see the ingredients list. It's gargantuan. Next thing we want to put in is some Demerara rum. This is a Guyanese rum. It is from a place called Ghana, and it's called El Dorado. A nice 3/4 of an ounce. Now, I don't know if you know this, but pirates, the early pirates, did not drink rum at all.
What? No, I did not expect that.
No, they drank wine. They drank mostly Spanish wine.
Oh, all right, okay.
Those very, very frou-frou. Also wore those big pirate shirts, those like bloomers.
Yep.
Yeah, they were.
I mean, that's what I wear to bed every night.
Well, yeah, of course.
Obviously.
Yeah. Drink some rum right before you go to bed and you're set. A little Spanish wine. We are going to start to sour this cocktail up. So we're going to grab this guy. Now, that looks just like an orange.
It does.
It is not,
It's
unfortunately.
cosplaying.
It's cosplaying currently.
It is a grapefruit cosplaying as an orange.
It's
great. They're doing a great job.
He's doing great. We are going to hit this grapefruit instead with just a 1/2 ounce of grapefruit. We're going to squeeze this by hand. Anybody that watched my stream yesterday knows how much I'm hating grapefruits today. They were awful yesterday, but this one went fine. Just a 1/2 ounce of that. 1/2 ounce of lime juice. I wanted to really get a bunch of different fruits going in this cocktail so that we could, whatever. We're not going to find
We'll
the
go old
squeezer.
school, like the pirates did. They didn't have a squeezer.
Yes, exactly like the pirates. I'm going to squeeze this between my peg leg and my peg arm. There we go. Just a 1/2 ounce of this. I wanted to give as much fruit in here as I could so that we cure ourselves of any scurvy.
There you go. That's the important part.
That really is. Once your teeth start falling out, it's very difficult to continue.
But then all you can do is drink.
That is true. That is
So,
very true.
I mean,
liquid diet.
Exactly.
Blend up that parrot and let's get out of here.
Too soon, parrot. Sorry.
Sorry, parrot. Love you, buddy. Next thing we got to do is sweeten this up.
We gotta sweeten it
How
up.
we can do it? Maple syrup. We're gonna hit this with some maple syrup. Maple syrup is great because it stays. Maple syrup doesn't go bad. So if you're hanging out on a boat for decades on end, maple syrup is
the way to go.
Is the way to go.
From the Canadian pirates.
From those Canadian pirates. Yes, I believe they were called Canuckaneers.
Canuckaneers.
Yeah.
They were the politest pirates in the world.
Very nice.
That's why they're not on the ride.
They wouldn't say R, they would say Y.
Yes.
They were so very sad. And
R, eh?
They are, eh? they all worked at colleges and dorms. Hit that with just 1/2 ounce right there. We are now going to reach into our weird bag of tricks
Okay.
and find some Falernum. This is John D. Taylor's Falernum. John D. Taylor, vicious pirate.
Is this your,
Obviously.
is this your go-to Falernum for most of your drinks?
Yes, that's a great question. Yeah, John D. Taylor's is as far as Falernums go, pretty right on. You can't go really wrong with it. If you do want to know how to make Falernum, I just put that on my channel 2 days ago. It went just about as well as all my other videos go. It was like
viral,
like a dump. Yes, yes. More like contagious. Bit of a dumpster fire there in the middle. Swang back around, played a little Danny DeVito sound bites, and we were out. Just a 1/2 ounce of that. Nice and easy, and something that we don't see in a whole lot of cocktails these days, but was huge back in the day. This guy. This is a Strawberry Shrub. Do you have your glass that we took shots in right before the show?
I do.
A little bit. There we go. A little behind the scenes. Sometimes we take a shot to calm ourselves down. I'm just gonna give you a touch of this shrub.
I made your pineapple shrub before.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic. The Hula Hula Boys. took it to another level.
The Hula Hula Boys. I love that cocktail.
Wow.
So a shrub, for those of you who don't know, is a way of preserving your different. It's a way of preserving your syrups.
Yep.
In vinegar. So there's just vinegar. It's basically an apple cider vinegar with some strawberry and some sugar. A very easy peasy. I was trying to put this on theme, where what would a pirate exactly drink? And what the heck is going on here? Pirate wouldn't drink this. He wouldn't have time. Yeah.
That vinegar gives it a nice pop to it, and that vinegar, but it accentuates the strawberry.
Yeah. Kind of brings it out, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like makes you think the strawberries really put more work in than it actually is. So I dig that. And then I wanted to bring along two little guys that also would stick around forever, and these are this is almond flavoring, or almond extract and vanilla extract. These things will never go bad. They're mostly just booze. We're gonna put in 2 little drops of both of these.
Okay.
And there we have it. We have our cocktail ready to go. We are going to shake this one.
Okay. I've been working. I'm working on a shaking dance.
Okay.
I have nothing that I'm just gonna wing it. Right.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go.
I don't have the Tammy dance. Maybe a little train.
I think. Well, we were
Maybe
talking.
do a pirate
We were talking right before the show about how you and I share a love of '90s ska. Is there a chance I could get a skank out of you?
I'm way too old to
Can
skank.
we get one
I'll
skank
get
out
the
of him,
arms. I'll get the arms
please? Okay,
going.
here we go.
Man.
Ready? We got
Yeah,
one
here we go.
skank coming. Here we go on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
That was good.
It was good.
That felt right.
Made me feel like I was 19 again.
A lot like the Pirates used to do.
Now I
A lot
feel
of
like
people didn't know that.
Now I feel like I'm 51 though. I'm out of
Yeah,
breath.
yeah.
Whew. That was a lot. Okay. We are going to just take this. We're going to pour this right into a glass up until we can't pour.
Colloquial known as a pump and dump.
Pump and dump. You
I
can know it.
always called it a dirty dump.
Well, yeah, we call that the pump and dump. We're gonna float that right up there.
Wow.
That is most of the drink, but of course, the pirates were into danger. Fast cars, danger, fire, and knives.
They
were
love
into.
fast cars.
Yes, the pirates famously loved fast cars. The faster, the better. We're gonna float some 151 right up here on top.
Okay.
And we're gonna see what we can't do about taking one of these stickers and lighting that bad boy right up on fire. Oh.
We practiced this all
We had a bit
afternoon.
of a fan situation going on.
There we
Do
go.
you mind real quick grabbing that fan? Thanks, handsome. I don't know if this is gonna work because there's a lot of water going on in here. It isn't.
It's brilliant.
Thank you, sir.
Oh,
Yes,
the blinding light.
What a jerk.
Speaking of fire and pirates,
Yeah.
when Pirates of the Caribbean, when they were trying to get it approved by the fire marshal balked at first because they thought that the fire at the end scene right before you get off the ride, they thought it was real. So they thought the ride was actually on fire when that happened. And as you go through, when you're immersed in the situation, it does seem a bit real. And maybe back then it seemed a little bit more real. So
Sorry, so when they were opening up...
pre-opening, the fire marshal came through to make sure everything was approved. And they were going through that last part, and where the town is burning. And it looked so realistic that the fire marshal almost didn't approve the passing. Oh, we're doing the bowl.
I'm working on it now. Right? Yeah, I'm
So
letting
the fire marshal almost didn't approve the opening of the ride because they thought it was actually on fire. That is actually one of my favorite parts because the boards creak above your head. And
So, what would they have done? Like, did they? My question is, would they have let the fire marshal get out of the boat to actually go stare?
I'm
at
sure
the
they must have.
At some point, they got to bring the. They got to get the fire
I'd be
marshal
like, come on,
out.
this is just fabric waving behind a fan.
Do you know if there was panic?
In my mind, there was a lot of panic and people were trying to run. But in actuality,
But
I
actually,
don't know
who the heck knows?
Yeah.
What was going on?
And my favorite part of Pirates of the Caribbean is the fact that if you actually, when you ride the ride, if you look at how short the pirates' legs were, if there was panic and they were trying to run out, their legs are way shorter than their bodies. So it would have been an unusual.
Is that
ride
why
for them.
they do look odd? Like they look odd for humans.
Like the scary guy with the dirty foot who hangs above the bridge and laughs. Like if you look at his leg, it is tiny compared to the rest of his body.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, hey, a drink.
Yeah, so there it is. Ta-da! I didn't even think about putting ice in there, not being able to light it on fire. Either way, this is the Abandon All Hope. I'm going to go ahead and feed this through. Oh, that's hilarious. What a pro I am. There we go.
Bam.
Bam. We're going to go ahead and feed that through. Give that a taste.
All right, here we go.
Let me know. And then I have a bunch of questions for you regarding...
Oh, wow.
How do we do?
This doesn't make me abandon all hope.
No. What does it make you do? It makes you
This makes me,
hope?
it makes me want to be a pirate.
Put it into your bag, yeah. Yeah, it's nice, right?
We wants the redhead. that is...
We wants the redhead.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back to that.
Yeah, that is yours. That is your parting prize, I believe is what
All
they
right,
call
put
it.
it in my pocket and let's go.
And get out of here. Yeah. So this, you clearly are a man that has drank before. Clearly had a drop of booze before.
Once or twice.
You clearly had it at Disney. Can you tell
Once or
me?
twice.
Can you tell me your favorite spots at Disney to drink?
Okay, so I do have a lot of people of the drinking society who
Sure.
most of them are East Coasters.
Right.
So I'm just referring to the Disneyland resort right now. So the resort is 2 parks, 2 hotels, 3 hotels, and downtown Disney. So if you're talking, my top 3 places to drink. Carthay Circle in California Adventure. Great food, great cocktails.
Yeah.
The trouble is getting into the place.
Right. Yeah, it's tough. Every time I've gone there, it's
There's a line outside the door.
Or else you put in your time, and then hours later.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Second, I would say if you're in Disneyland now, they do have places to drink. So there's Oogie's Cantina, and at Blue Bayou, you can also get alcohol there now too. But I'm gonna go back to California Adventure for my second favorite place, and that is Wine Country Trattoria. And that is an elevated balcony bar that you can go to, and on the busiest days you can go up the stairs and sit in a little bar. They changed. For a while they were doing cocktails, then they were doing just wine, but I think they're back to cocktails. It's a small little place. You can get some small plates and have a cocktail or some wine.
Who's your favorite bartender there?
My favorite server. Is Jasmine.
Jasmine.
I don't actually know if she came back post-pandemic,
Okay.
But she is fantastic.
I love that you know every bartender.
I do know bartenders and servers, yeah.
I love that you know.
It's true. And the Disney Drinking Society actually got started at Cove Bar, but it has gone through so many changes and has become vastly popular, and trying to get in there is a difficult situation now. So that used to be my number 1, but now easily number 1 in the Disneyland Resort. The best food and cocktail experience by far is Napa Rose at the Grand Californian Hotel. You can go there just about 5 o'clock is when they open. You get a seat at the bar. You can get the full menu at the bar. And their bartenders, Ryland and Noel, are 2 of the best bartenders that I've ever dealt with in my entire life. Ryland will make you a high-end cocktail that has a tiki twist to it. So I think you would love Ryland's cocktails.
That's exactly my thing.
And Noel is pound for pound younger, but like makes the best plays on some cocktail. His twist on a Blood and Sand is one of my favorite things in the world. Napa Rose at California Adventure is at the Grand California Hotel is easily the best dining drink experience.
So you mentioned the beginning of the drinking society.
Yeah.
And your drink is actually going to deal with that. Do you
It
mind
is,
if
yeah.
we make that cocktail? I'd love to taste it.
We can do that. I'll give you a little story
Yeah.
first. Is that in about 2014, when the Disney Drinking Society started, it was originally called the Cove Bar Social Club. At the
Cove Bar Social Club.
Cove Bar Social Club. At the time, the social clubs at Disneyland were huge, which were essentially biker gangs of younger individuals who had vests and patches and initiates. Like, it was like Sons of Anarchy, but Disney.
But Disney, yes,
But Disney.
of course.
So there was the Main Street Elite, which is probably the most famous and the biggest.
They would be like the Hells Angels of this whole thing.
Right, exactly.
Right, of course.
Obviously. But there were, I think at a time, I saw a list and there was at least like 30 social clubs.
30 different social clubs that would just hang out at Disneyland.
They called them social clubs.
Right.
But if you saw them, they would have vests and patches and I was at once like, come on, I can't do that.
Right.
But part of me was just like, I kind of dig that.
How do I get in there though?
So I'd be sitting at Cove Bar, and they would come in, and they would have their groups of friends come over, and like
friends,
gang members, members.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there, and I was like, we could do this.
Yeah.
So I remember sitting at Cove Bar a lot and getting a couple cocktails into me.
Sure.
Maybe 3.
Yeah.
And just jumping into people's conversations, because that's what I do. I'm nosy and intrusive.
Yeah.
But through that, I made a lot of friends that I still have today. And that's kind of like where the Cove Bar Social Club grew into the Disney Drinking Society.
Now you told me you have 2 rules for it.
Oh, there are 2 rules for the Disney Drinking Society. Rule number 1, don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick. Yeah, number 1.
And that reaches out to the servers, the bartenders. Never snap your fingers trying to get somebody's attention.
Absolutely.
That kind of stuff. And number 2 is all club dues are paid directly to your bartender or server.
That's right.
So the Disney Drinking Society is completely free to be in. We don't charge you anything. There are no vests. There are no patches. It's just booze and making friends. Everyone is welcome. That's part of the key of what we do, is that we have people from every different possible group you could think of.
I love it.
Yeah, political, like everything. Like everyone is different, and we're welcoming of everyone. So the drink got started back in 2014 when a bartender at Cove Bar Windsor, mentioned her before.
Who is in the chat currently. Windsor Swink is in the chat.
That's her.
So Windsor, we will be making your cocktail right now.
We'll be making the drink that started it all.
Yeah.
It's called the Anything But Old Fashioned.
Great.
And it is kind of like if you took an Old Fashioned and a Manhattan and they had a baby.
Yeah.
And then you put some deliciousness in it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how babies are born, actually.
That is actually how babies are born.
People don't understand that.
I saw that documentary at one point. So it is made. There was a point in the Disney bar scene when they were able to get stuff a little bit out of the norm. So they got Jim Beam Red Stag.
Oof.
Oof is the way to do that.
I remember that from being 21 and 1 day old, and really going to town on Jim Beam Red Stag.
I remember this from being 46 and yesterday.
Sure, yeah. Yeah.
So they still actually make it. That was actually one of the questions.
They certainly do.
They got that in the bars, and some of the bartenders, they had a little bit more freedom, and were trying to figure out what they could do with it. So Windsor came up with the Anything But Old Fashioned, and it has 1.5 ounce of Jim Beam Red Stag.
1.5 ounces, easy. So Jim Beam Red Stag, do you know exactly what it is?
I found out. So Jim Beam Red Stag, everyone thinks is a flavored whiskey, but if you read the bottle, it is a cherry liqueur infused with Jim Beam. So it is actually a whiskey infused cherry cordial.
That's interesting.
That is.
That's really weird that they would go through that kind of. I mean, whiskey is a specific thing. So
it kind of makes it highfalutin, though.
It does make it a little pinky.
I like my drinks a little bit whiskey forward, so I changed the recipe up just a tad.
Sorry, Windsor.
Sorry.
This diva over here.
Yeah, that's me.
Switching up cocktail ingredients.
So I'm gonna add just a 1/2 ounce and
tiki pour. No, waste booze.
A tiki pour. I did this backwards, but that's okay. We're good.
That's all right.
And then 3/4 ounce of, because we want the high-end ingredients in there. We want the Antica in there.
The Carpano Antica.
One of my favorite vermouths.
Yeah. It's a spectacular Italian vermouth. How much is going in there?
It is 3/4 ounce.
3/4 ounce, easy.
And I think when most people think of Antica, they think of Jim Beam Red Stag.
They do not. in fact, I know they do not.
So I did a little backwards.
I haven't thought of Jim Beam Red Stag in forever.
Right.
But
now you're not gonna be able to forget about it.
Yeah.
I did a little backwards. So we're gonna muddle 1 whole orange slice.
Okay.
And
what do you need? Oh,
I got a spoon here.
Oh, you got it.
Yep, and then we're gonna take a couple of Luxardo cherries.
Okay.
Because Cove Bar was famous for their use of Luxardo cherries.
Famous for being a little stingy with them.
No.
Oh, no, Cove Bar wasn't.
Cove Bar was
Carthay
not.
Circle.
Carthay Circle was very. Can I get the muddler?
Of course.
Carthay Circle was very stingy with it, and there was a couple of times. Oh wait, one more ingredient. A couple of dashes of Angostura Bitters. I never know how much a dash is, but I love bitters, so we'll just keep going. Carthay Circle, if they didn't have, if the garnish wasn't Luxardo Cherries, they wouldn't give it to you.
So they were Bogart. They were just holding.
Literally, they were just like,
their
nope, sorry, we can't do that for you.
So you were a superhero.
I was a superhero.
Yeah,
so what I
Twitter.
used to do is that I went on Instagram, and if I knew we were going there, I would pack a little Tupperware container, and I would pack my own Luxardo cherries through the park. So it made it through security, it made it through the entire day, and I would just anyone who needed Luxardo cherry and any other cocktails, I was like, I got you. Can I get some? Let me get some ice here.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. Teamwork.
Yeah, that's the dream.
All right, so we're going the opposite direction.
So you're gonna shake this one.
I am gonna shake
this one. A lot of
one.
times for a drink like this, you wouldn't shake it. This moves forward, but I think if you're gonna shake it, let's do it.
Here we go. Let my face show. All right.
Little skank.
Tammy.
I
can't do the pop open. I really want to be able to do the pop open.
Tammy
I just do the
show, yeah.
squeeze and eventually can you pop open
of
for me? All right. Hey, look what I did, everyone.
Ta-da!
All right. And I am actually going to grab a.
Oh, baby, look at
a
that.
rocks glass.
We brought one in
and
for
I'm going to
you.
double strain it because we got a lot of pulp in this bad boy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you got
orange.
orange. Oh, I guess that shaking it does make sense in that case because you do have some orange juice going through. You have some cherry juice getting in there. You got a lot going on in this cocktail.
All right,
all the way to the top.
This is my favorite thing. This is why I know that I'm a bartender adjacent. Is that I tap the side of my strainer.
Oh, baby, that is a pro move. That is a super pro.
I practice that.
Yeah. What
with
do
empty
you
glasses.
got? Dale DeGroff over here. Sam Ross
Dave
over
DeGroff.
here.
So we're gonna garnish with just. I like to slide my orange right in there.
Sure.
And then we're gonna get the.
Oh, the Trip Cherry.
The hidden Mickey.
Oh. Hey!
Right. Hey! I gotta sneak it in at some point. Let me get that muddler out of the way.
Man, the hidden Mickey. You slipped one right in.
I did. So this is the anything but old fashioned.
Oh man, I'm excited. That's right. That's exactly right.
Zing zing.
Honestly, man, free drugs is what I call that. Oh man. That is nice.
That is, it's pretty well balanced.
It really is nice.
You get a nice of that little booze on there. It's not too much on the Red Stag.
I want to say to Windsor, spectacular cocktail here.
Windsor was great because she had also championed a lot of, she was like a lot of cast members. She's definitely a nerd in the best sense of the word. So she had so many themed cocktails that she made. There was the Gamma Blast, which was a Hulk themed cocktail. There was the Iron Manhattan, which was an Iron Man. She did a Devil's Trap, which tasted like a chocolate covered pretzel.
Oh my God.
And that was from the show Supernatural.
Yeah.
So if you needed a nerd themed cocktail, Windsor's the one to go to. And she introduced me to some of my best friends I still have today, Ramiro and Carolina. They were at our wedding.
From the Disney Drinking Society.
From the Disney Drinking Society.
So
and
great.
It has, we went to Comic-Con together. Like it is grown and become.
What a life you lead. What a fun little life you lead.
Sometimes I have to sit back and look at it and be like, oh, I did some pretty cool stuff.
He described most of the bars at Disneyland to me like this. I just go to the bar. It's the most expensive cover on earth.
That's right.
Because that's basically how he sees Disneyland. It's just a bar with the most expensive cover. You are a regular at a lot of these places.
I was at one time a regular at a lot of these places.
You will be back.
But yeah,
I don't know what else.
Now that COVID's over.
Yeah, I don't know what else. Yeah. That's how I know you.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go to Disney a lot.
I've been yes.
Once
or twice.
Yeah. I just was reading about this specific thing, and when I was reading about it, I had to show my wife an example because she didn't believe it was actually going on. It's this thing called Go Away Green or No Seum Green. It is a color that Disney invented to make things disappear.
Yep.
So like the front door to Club 33, which I've never been to. Have you been to? You've been to Club 33? Maybe. Okay. So Club 33 is a secret bar in the middle of Disneyland, in the middle of New Orleans Square.
Yep.
New Orleans Square. It's behind a door that is painted this very interesting color of green because it makes it look like something's just invalid.
Blends it.
It blends in. It's just like you don't. I'm not even gonna try that door. It clearly doesn't work.
Yep.
So I wanted to make a cocktail, taking all those things, putting them together, New Orleans Square, the Go Away Green.
Okay.
And a little bit of Secrets.
All right. I know where I hope you're going with this.
Yes.
Let's see if we go there.
And we are going to be making a drink called the Club 33 Fizz.
Excellent. That's exactly what I was hoping.
Perfect. So we are making the Club 33 Fizz. I'm going to try at my very best to make this into that green color. I believe Kevin has an example of the color. If we could show that real quick. Just so you guys know, because again, my wife did not believe me when I said that there's this whole green. Yeah, there it is. It's a different one than the one we sent, but it's still, that's the color we're talking about. If you ever
see anything, it blends in.
Right, it's very difficult to see from there. Either way, we'll get it up as we go. But we have, so basically, Disney, if they need to hide something, a light pole, a door that they don't want you to go through, a big freaking warehouse that just they don't want you to see, paint it this Go Away Green, and you got it. So this is, of course, based on a cocktail called the Ramos Gin Fizz.
One of my favorites.
One of your favorites.
Oh, goodness.
Good.
Yeah.
Yes. Again, we do not talk about any of this stuff before the show,
nope,
so we are going to go.
We're winging it.
We are winging. Oh, winging that too.
Yep.
Breaking stuff, smashing stuff.
Ignore the noise, everyone.
Yeah, whatever. Paint that green and let's get it going. We're going to start over here by getting our lemons and our limes set and ready to go. We are going to do the juice of half a lemon, juice of half a lime. I do want that squeezer, whatever I did with it. Oh, here it is. I hid it for myself.
And once you know that this Go Away Green, and I think it's Blend in Blue.
Blend in Blue.
And I think that once you know that they're a thing, you will, once you go to the Disney parks, you will start to recognize them a little bit more.
Yeah, so what I read was that the blue one was for California Adventure, and the green one was for Disney. For some reason, whatever they had done with the landscape, the green wasn't working over in California Adventure. Listen, I don't know. I'm just a bartender.
California's not green enough.
That's true. That is very true. Yes.
Blend in brown.
We are often on fire too, which is a tough little spot that we find ourselves in. We have half an ounce, or half a lemon, half a lime. We want to go ahead and put in some of this guy. This guy right here is some heavy whipping cream. Whipping cream. Whip it. We want a full ounce of that. There we go. This is all basically just part of the Ramos Gin Fizz. This is just simple syrup, 1-to-1 simple syrup, 3/4 of an ounce, if you don't mind. And then we are going to hit this with 8 drops of rose water, a normal Ramos Gin Fizz. Thank you.
Got you.
Get a little lost there. Lost in your eyes, buddy. Remember, we fell in love a while ago.
They are pretty in hazel.
They are handsome. They're handsome and strong.
That's right.
We usually we do some orange flower water instead.
Right.
The rose water. Now we got to hit it with booze. Obviously, this is a gin fizz. We are going to hit this with this guy right here. People have heard of this stuff.
Plymouth is one of my favorites.
I was going to say gin, but yes, if you've heard of this specific brand too, how great.
Yeah.
This is Plymouth gin right here. They have their own type of gin. This one's Navy strength. So.
That also kind of harkens back to the Pirates.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Good callback.
Harkens back to maybe getting an Uber home is what maybe that should harken back to. And then we have to find a way to make this green. And what in the booze world is green? Midori.
Another one of my favorites.
Midori.
Midori's not one of my favorites.
There we go.
No.
Midori is, but that is not what we're doing. No, instead, we are going with Chartreuse from the Carthusian monks that make this stuff in 2 different monasteries, come together, pray a little bit, drink a little bit, probably fight a little bit. I don't know what these monks are up to.
They're definitely fighting.
Yeah, definitely fighting just a touch.
Yeah.
These monks, they got stuff on their mind. They're thinking a lot. We're gonna hit this with 3/4 of an ounce of this green. Now, I'm gonna go up to a full ounce because now that I'm seeing this, I don't think it's gonna turn the full color I wanted it to.
And is it true that the chartreuse came before the color?
So, yes, chartreuse, the reason that this is called chartreuse, the color is called chartreuse, is because it should be this color.
Right.
Because they are Carthusian monks from the Carthusian mountains. We want to give this a big shake beforehand. Oh, sorry, we need one more thing. We need an egg. We need an egg white going in here. Oh, that's an egg hole. Put this off the side.
Be like,
don't be an egg hole. Don't be an egg hole.
Here we go.
Yeah, put in a just one egg.
Back from the top.
Da da da. Yeah, I'm trucking along here. It's like I'm trying to get to.
As he's remaking it, I actually have been to Club 33 a couple of times. I went before the remodel and then a few times after the remodel. And I have to say, the idea of drinking inside the Disney park and then walking out on the balcony and having everyone look at you like you're important.
Yeah.
And you're sometimes not.
Yeah.
It is the greatest feeling in the world. The cocktails are really good. They're
What's one of the bartenders' names? Do you know?
No, I don't.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad.
They know.
Of course they know.
And I have to tell you, Club 33, it would make the best reality show ever. It would be kind of along the lines of Real Housewives, but it would be like real
Disney Real Housewives, like those, like because you can't always get into Club 33.
Oh, you definitely can't always get into Club 33.
Definitely.
Yeah. You can.
No
can.
way.
Neither can I most of the time.
You cannot get in.
I've always
Club
been
33?
I've always been at the right place at the right time and have been invited in. I was there during the Oscars when my very good buddy, I only call him that because he's not actually watching, Guillermo del Toro and
of course,
Ryan Gosling were there talking about a future movie idea. Rumor, it's a Haunted Mansion movie. But that was like 3 years ago, so who knows what's happening now.
It'll come out this year, I guarantee it.
There it is.
I'm gonna give this a big shake before, and this is gonna be a reverse dry shake. So I'm gonna start off shaking dry. So just in like this. Yeah, not as fun.
Nope.
But we will get the skank going next.
This is a dry shake.
Yeah, that's a dry skank.
It's a dry skank.
That's a dry skank, my favorite.
Yeah, that was my nickname in high school.
Yeah, most of my girlfriends too. Let's get this in here. Let's just give this a little wipey. Now we're going to do this with the full amount of ice. And let's whip this big one. Whip it good, as much as you can get. Here we go, 1, 2, 3.
Oh my God, this is a workout.
Yeah, oh, it's gonna go for about a minute, so yeah, get it going, buddy.
Yeah, look at that hair going too.
My ear hurts. Oh, me too. That's too much. Yeah, poor baby.
You gotta flick that hair back now.
What the hell is going on here? 1 second, my hands are just wet.
Here it is. Here he is. 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1. There it is.
Oh, yay!
On 2, everyone.
On 2.
Got that tall boy.
Yeah, let's get that tall boy. Let's get everything in here. Okay, we're gonna take this. Do you have that double strainer that I can borrow from back from you?
We want to rinse that off real quick.
Give it a quick rinse. A little rinse. Let's see if we got any green out of this. If not, we're gonna put more. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, I don't see it.
Some green.
Because it's no seeing.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're gonna go right to there. Boosh. We could use a touch more green. I'm gonna give you just a touch more of the
Chartreuse.
Green Chartreuse.
You had me at Chartreuse.
The Chartreuse disappears in there. Looks much nicer in my lights. Well, just trust me, it's green.
I trust it.
Thank you. Yeah.
It blends right in. It blends right in. I can see right through it right now.
We're gonna let this sit here for a minute because, of course, we do need to bring. This is a Ramos Fizz. It has to come up above the top to be considered a.
So you have to let it sit.
We have to let it sit. Hey, there's the green. I see it. Oh, there was there.
There was.
Dang,
We're good. We're good.
About 2 minutes behind on.
I think
on
that's always
YouTube's.
been my problem with my Ramos is when I get crazy enough to like try to make one is that I guess I don't let it sit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You gotta let it sit.
Yeah.
So, do you have one last Disney story you want to tell us?
I've got hundreds of Disney stories.
Let's talk about one from Adventureland. Favorite Adventureland story?
My favorite Adventureland story is there was one time when I was on the world famous Jungle Cruise, which is my favorite ride, and I really want to be a Jungle Cruise skipper at some point. We were on the ride. There wasn't very many people on it. There were a bunch of tourists, and I was doing all the jokes.
You were instead
I was
of letting them,
I was lip syncing like really, I was just ruining the whole thing.
And
But
now if you
they
look to
rolled
the
with it.
side, the Schweitzer Falls.
That's my favorite joke.
Yeah.
That's my favorite joke.
Good.
So when we pulled around Schweitzer Falls, the backside of water, occasionally you'll have a skipper yell out O2H, and I was screaming at the top of my lungs, O2H, O2H, and I think it tickled the skipper enough. When we got off the boat, they called me back and actually gave me the printout map of
No kidding.
of the Jungle Cruise. Yeah. It reopened today, I believe, with the new update. So
Because
next time you
the
go,
Rock is about to start in the movie.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking.
I'm stoked, man.
The Rock can be in anything, and I'm in.
Yeah, that's not the case for me, but I do like the Jungle Cruise. I'm gonna go ahead and take
Me and
this.
you, Rock.
This is Dwayne. Dwayne does watch. We're gonna go ahead and take 2 ounces of this. We're gonna pour this right in the middle.
Oh, yes.
And we're gonna get that to come right up above. Oh, it's gonna fall.
Oh, that's all right. Though.
It was mostly that extra chartreuse I put in there to try and make it greener, but that is how it's gonna have to work today. I'm going to throw this in here for you. The straw sticks. It is kind of green now that it's been sitting there. It is a little greener. It's not go away green.
I can't leave it and walk away and be like, no, it worked.
Right, exactly.
Oh,
How do we do?
the chartreuse coming through on that.
The chartreuse.
Though, that really takes it over the top.
The chartreuse is
Wow.
gonna be thick. It's gonna be thick. It's gonna be lousy with chartreuse, I believe, is what they say.
Oh, I would. Never mind being loud.
Tammy, of course, being a smartass, says, "Hey, white is green," but she said it like this: "Hey, white is green."
Boy.
Just kidding, Tammy. Just kidding, Tammy. I love you so much. We miss you. Okay,
Wow.
I'm
Okay.
going to, any big, oh yes, Kay White, very concerned about egg hole. Sorry, Kay.
Yeah, wow.
Let's see if there's any other questions.
I feel like that's what I'm good at. Oh,
What's that?
it's a friend who
Oh.
made that comment.
Egg, oh yes, there we
Hi,
go.
Carl and Marianne.
Yeah, there we go. Jay Carter saying Jen can.
I definitely want to know where Party Starter got his nickname from. I'm assuming because he started a party at some point.
I gave it to him.
Really?
Oh yeah, I mean Jay Carter. If somebody called you Jay Carter Party Starter before I did, please let me know. I'm pretty sure I gave you the name.
I've actually like
Jay
I
Carter
say it
Party
from
Starter.
time to time in just my normal life. I'm like Jay Carter Party Starter, and I'm like, oh, I don't know.
Jay Carter shows up in so many of my made-up songs at home.
Oh, see,
All the time.
I want to go
Jay Carter,
garage sailing with
Party
him,
Starter.
and I want to call him Jay Carter Doesn't Barter.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But maybe he does. I know
He
that
does.
he
He
starts
might. He
parties.
might.
I
Yeah.
know he starts parties.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go in for another sip.
Dude, that is yours.
We didn't see that.
It's a bar. Dude, it was so good to have you.
It was amazing to be here.
I am so excited. This was just one of many Disney shows we will have in the future.
I've got many drink
I
ideas.
imagine you do. I imagine you do.
And I've got many stories.
Yes. With that being said, I do want to thank you guys all so much for coming, to Dave, to Sam, his lovely wife, and I assume his ride home because he has been drinking pretty heavily at this point.
That's it.
Yeah, that is how that works. We will be back next week with cocktails dealing with, what are we calling it? Celebration with celebration cocktails. We have a celebration that we are doing next week for the sort of an end of an era for the Mix and the Mix family. That'll be 5 o'clock next Friday, Mix Cocktail Hour. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, comment, come back every week. Let us know what you think. Thank you to everybody this week who sent me recipes. For whatever reason, this was the week everybody sent me recipes. Send more of those. We'll be doing a class soon on people, on viewer given cocktails, on viewer. What would I say?
Viewer submissions.
Viewer submissions. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you
Yeah.
for doing this
I'm
the
here
first
for you,
time
yeah.
and doing my job exactly like I want to do. Dave, this has been a pleasure.
Admiral Drink Bar making its debut.
Oh, hey, Admiral Drink Bar. Yeah, for those of you who didn't see, that was our...
The official mascot of the Disney Drinking Society.
Yeah, he made it.
He did.
So this is his first time on TV.
Yeah.
What a
Stoic.
He hasn't had a lot to say.
No.
He hasn't had a lot to say. But you and I have said it all.
We have.
I feel like you and I, we said it all.
We did.
That is that. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you,
Please
everyone.
tune in next week. Tammy will be back here.
Tam.
Tommy will be here, and maybe one more person will be here. We're gonna figure it out. But was a pleasure, dude.
It's been great.
All right, guys. Till next time, I am Scott Cushman. This is the head of the Disney Drinking Society, Dave Strickland.
Skanking out.
Skanking out, and we will skank till the end. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Cheers.